Hey everybody, welcome back for another fantastic edition of Shoreviewken. Today we're taking a look at a late release for the Super Famicom, a Japan exclusive, and a damn expensive game these days. It's Do-Re-Mi Fantasy, Milan's heart-pounding adventure. This game was developed and published by Hudson Soft, and it centers around a boy named Milan. Yes, the same one from Milan's Secret Castle on the NES, as he goes on a journey to rescue his fairy friend from the clutches of an evil wizard, recover a collection of magical musical instruments, and restore music to the world. All of this is conveyed by a really cool intro cutscene and by the occasional in-game cutscene later on that even includes a cameo by Bomberman, which I thought was pretty cool. Simply put, Do-Re-Mi Fantasy is a fairly straightforward side-scrolling platformer set in a fantasy world, though the game does include Milan's trademark bubble blower that he can use to break blocks to find secret areas and hidden items, and it's actually sometimes necessary to make your way to the end of the stage. The bubble blower also doubles as an attack, allowing you to encase your enemies in bubbles and kick them off the screen, which is actually the only way to dispatch them. Conversely, you can jump on their heads, even using them as platforms from time to time, but this only stuns them for a couple of seconds. As a platformer, this game plays really well. The controls are super smooth, and the challenge is, I would say, fair. Not too tough, but not a cakewalk either, and there are a handful of special items to help you along your way, such as bubblegum that saves you from pitfalls, winged boots that allow you to float through the air and greatly extend your jumps, and music notes that if you collect 100 give you a 1-up, plus if you can find them, there are also hidden bonus games scattered around that allow you to rack up a bunch of extra lives. The level designs themselves are also really cool. You get some stock levels like ice and fire worlds, but there are also some more creative ones, including a food world, a toy world, and what I can only describe as some sort of extra fancy world of sorts. They all present a challenge, and they look great. The graphics on the whole really are honestly some of the best on the console, which is to be expected with this being a late release and all, but it's pretty impressive how colorful and detailed this game is, and the character designs are great, especially Milan himself, who has a wide variety of animations and exaggerated facial expressions, and the designs of the boss characters also look really good. They're very large sprites, and their designs match up really well with their respective settings, and the same can be said about the sound design. All of the music sounds very good, sometimes more subtle and atmospheric, and sometimes much more high energy and intense, but it's always fitting with the theme of each stage. So on the whole, what you get with this game is honestly one of the best platformers on the console. The gameplay is excellent. I love the level designs. The graphics and sound are as good as anything else you'll find on the Super Famicom. It's almost worth the small fortune it demands online. So this is an amazing game. I actually included it on my best Super Famicom games list, and I highly recommend playing it, especially if you love a good 16-bit platformer. You really can't go wrong with this one. Again, it's a very expensive game, with loose carts going for over $100 on average, and several hundred for complete copies, which is just nuts. But there are English-patched reproduction carts for the SNES floating around out there for about 30 bucks or so, which I would highly recommend snatching up if you get the chance. It's Do-Re-Mi Fantasy, Milan's heart-pounding adventure, and it's no secret, it's awesome.